So welcome to Psychology, where life, music, conspiracy and self-help all come to the channel, right? And when I say self-help, it's really about my healing journey, yeah? 12 years of trying to find myself, find my happiness, find my joy every day in the things that I do, right? And I came from a very traumatic background. I've had a lot of stuff that, I'm not going to talk about on this channel about, bore me, my life, all this shit happened and all of that stuff. Because it's all irrelevant, but it did all culminate in a moment in my life where I didn't want to be here. Where I couldn't face another day. I didn't really feel like life had much purpose or much vision or anything like that for me. And I had two choices. I always talk about it. Not be here or do the work, right? Now, parent, responsible adult, supposedly. And especially at that time. And, I have to go on this healing journey. I start therapy. I do all of these things. And therapy doesn't really help me. I sit there. I talk about the stuff that's gone on in my life, all the stuff that's played out in my mind for my whole of my life, and I talk about my relationship, my marriage that was breaking down at the time, and all of this stuff. But I'm not really getting any tools. I'm not really getting any useful nitbits. No one's going, no, I think you're right, or I think you're wrong, or have you thought about it like this, or are you going down this direction, or have you tried this practice to try and calm yourself down? No one offered me any solutions. They just wanted to sit there and listen to me. And I went on my own healing journey, and I made it a conscious belief to not follow any teachings, any scriptures, anything like that, because I didn't want to get wrapped up in religion or being spiritual and all of this. And I am spiritual. I meditate every day. I have my practice. I affirm my reality. I love me. I do all of these things, right? But I don't walk around in tie-dye and fucking burning sage around myself, waving when the sun's setting, going, oh my God, I'm so spiritual. Like, no, I live in the 3D. I live on planet Earth. Like, my connection to source, my whatever it is that you might want to define your spiritual belief as, is secondary to this life. Yeah, it's a gift, it's a bonus. When it's there, it's there. When it's not there, it's not there. I don't care. Yeah, irrelevant, because I live in the 3D. I create my life in the 3D, and that's it. Yeah, and on this channel I try and really portray the idea that there's a journey to happiness for everyone, right? There's a journey to happiness for everyone. It's not a healing journey. It's not, dealing with your traumas and rebuilding your life and all that. No, it's a journey to happiness, more happiness. How do I feel happier every day? How do I feel more joyful every day? How do I feel inspired about me and my life every day? Well, to be inspired about you and your life, you've got to have a vision for it first, right? And if you're doing the 9 to 5, if you're doing the drop the kids off at the school, coming home, just about fucking keeping your head above water, paying the bills and whatnot, yeah, it's very hard to have a vision for your life. It's very hard to see in and around all the stress that's going on in your life that you might have time and energy, yeah, to go and do something else and create something else with your life. And for me, I spent a long time on this journey. Law of attraction, manifestation, energy, thoughts, vibration, and raising my frequency and trying to force outcomes and trying to manifest things along my journey. Again, it's so beautiful. Trying to manifest, wealth and abundance and all of these things on my journey that I believe is totally possible and all of this. And I'm waiting for the outcome. I'm not free, yeah? I'm not just like, well, life's just working out, everything's all coming, divine timing and all that. And I tell you, over the 12 years of being on this journey to happiness, right, I can tell you 100% categorically, in my life anyway, in my life, everything plays out divinely, yeah? Don't get me wrong, there are choices that I probably could have made differently, that probably would have helped my journey move on quicker. But when you don't make those choices initially, the universe doesn't stop your growth as such. What it does is it kind of just goes, okay, well, you haven't learnt this lesson yet, so let's replay this lesson again in another way, in another form, and see if you can identify that in your character, in your soul, and build from it, right? And on this journey, I cycled now pretty much for the last nearly 2 years, yeah, let's say that, 18 months, something like that. And I travel around a lot of Southeast Asia, and there's a lot of middle-aged men from different parts of Western culture and European culture, and they come here, and what they do is they get drunk every day. Yeah, they recover on the beach and then they get drunk again, and you know, that's living, isn't it? Let's have our party. And it's not living, because when they go home, all they've got is hangovers and nights out, getting on the lash. Nothing, created nothing, did nothing, you know. And it's so important to not get caught up in the fucking bollocks of what the world is telling you your life should look like. You should go to a nice restaurant, you should have a nice holiday, you should get pissed up at the weekend, you should have loads of sex. You know, like, it's nice to eat in nice places, right? I love food, I love good food, so it's nice to eat in nice places, right? I get that. It's nice to go nice places, I get that. It's nice to be in a kind, loving relationship. It's nice to have all of these things wrapped up around us. But the thing is, and the truth of it all is all of these things can only come to you, can only come to you when you vibrate at that frequency. And that's been something that I've had to learn along my journey, right? How do I vibrate higher? How do I make sure that during the day, predominantly my thoughts, my emotions are based in some sort of form of gratitude. Hello, you. Kind of lost my train of thought with Doggy barking at me. But yeah, your life, you know, it's always in your hands. I know, like, a load of you out there will watch this and go, well, you know, you don't know what I've been through, you don't know how scared I felt and all this stuff. And I tell you, I've been there. I've had people want to stab me. I had my first girlfriend, 11, died. I had my sister addicted to heroin. I got beat fuck out of on numerous occasions in different ways and all sorts of things all through my life, yeah? That made me feel like I wasn't good enough. I left school with 0 GCSEs. I'm a dunce. I'm never going to amount to nothing. All of these ideas and beliefs that rang around in my mind for a long, long time, you know. Life's just tough. That's just the way it is. And when you have that mindset of like, life's hard, that's just the way it is, we're just going to have to muscle through and do whatever we can to make things happen and make ends meet and all that, well, your life stays like that because you don't have a vision for what you want to create, right? What you want to generate in your life. Like, when I think about psychology, yeah, I just know it's just time. Yeah, people will get me, they'll understand my story. I know I've got a lot of good stuff to share with you if you're motivated on changing your life, if you can really absorb it, because a lot of the time, intellectually, we can get it, right? Like, I could intellectually understand quantum physics, law of attraction, thoughts, feelings, vibrations, atoms, energy, body working like a magnet, giving and receiving a frequency, and all of this stuff. I can understand it all, yeah? So, like, in the sense of, theoretically, yeah, I can understand it, but can I embody it? Can I become that? Can I be that person that vibrates high every day, that doesn't allow life to knock me off my vibration, that chooses not to go to places and things that lower my vibration, by being conscious enough, yeah, to open my heart to love and accept that everyone is on their own personal journey and everyone's got their own shit, and sometimes people just act a bit bougie the way I did when I was younger and I was stupid and I was wrapped up in insecurity. And I don't judge them for it, yeah? Doesn't mean I have to accept them and have them in my life. It doesn't mean that I have to tolerate people that mistreat me, you know. But what it means is from afar, if there's someone or people or places that are no longer conducive to me having a happy, high vibration life, well, I can love you from afar, yeah? I don't need you to be in my life for me to feel complete. And that's part of your journey, you know, really learning how to just be alright on your own, you know, like, I've got to admit it, if I'm honest, I think that there's probably about a good 40% of the population, yeah, they probably don't even deserve to be here. They're fucking useless. They're brain dead. Yeah, drinking, wanking, watching Netflix, fucking consuming all the time, giving nothing back into the world and society. And they offer no love, they offer aggro, they're wrapped up in their thing. But yet again, in the same respect, they're all just trying to hide something. Yeah, they're all trying to protect their insecurities. And I know what it's like, I've done it. You know, when I'm the big conspiracy theorist, and 2020, I'm screaming at people on the internet, please don't take this thing, they're trying to fucking kill you. And everyone's sort of laughing at me, mocking me. You know, and I had to stand in my truth. It was such a difficult moment for me. All my family members are all getting jabbed up and people are all doing things. And I'm like, what are you doing? And I'm trying to show them the information. And they don't want to see it. Yeah, this their pathway. They make that choice for themselves. And it really took a lot of character to stay in that mindset, to stay being that. Where's the PR? It's conspiracy. That's where I was, right? I'm the big conspiracy theorist in 2019, 2020, screaming at people on the internet. And it's all well and good, right? Having to push through that moment. And it's never been for me. I told you so. I wasn't safe and effective now. Oh, sorry about that, you know, blah, blah, what have you put in your body? I couldn't care less. I want you all happy, healthy and abundant. And I see, you know, my journey to happiness, my healing journey, my understanding why I had all these insecurities and all these vulnerabilities. I had to start asking the question, where did I receive these ideas from? So being uneducated came from school, right? You got 0 GCSEs, you're a dunce. I'm fucking far from a dunce, mate, I tell you that. But it all left me with that feeling, that idea, yeah? And I absorbed it because, well, this is what the world is telling me, who I am and what I can achieve and the places I can go, and I'm working class and I've had trauma and my life's a fucking shambles before it even started. And it kept me a victim. And that victim mentality, when you fully understand and absorb the idea of what victim mentality means, it's not as it sounds. It's not like, things didn't go wrong in your life. You're not a victim to anything or the way that anyone treated you or anything that's gone on. It's not that at all, but the mentality is the fact that we choose to stay stuck by the things that happen to us, that keep us a victim to them, right? Because they're gone, we can't change them, they've happened. The only thing we can do is accept them for what they were, right or wrong, yeah? Accept that it happened, right, okay, it's happened. Now the culprits, the people involved, whether it's you done something bad or whether it's someone else done something bad to you, just forgive them, you know? Just choose to let it go, just choose to say, look, I'm no longer going to be fucking bothered by this anymore. I'm not going to consume my life with the ideas and beliefs that somehow the things that happened in the past, yeah, are the things that define my future, because you define your future, you define your life, you make choices, you reprogram your mind with ideas and beliefs that you're fucking empowered, that you can do this, that you can change your life day by day, step by step. And I say, you know, depending on where you start, yeah, depending on how much trauma you've done, depending on how much healing you've already done, yeah, it's just a journey to more happiness. But wherever you're currently at right now, you're perfect. And you really need to understand that, because when I started my healing journey and I started analysing me and my life and the things that had gone on and whatever else, in a way, I kind of kept on adding to my backpack. Yeah, I kept on saying, well, this happened, so I might be scarred by this. This DSVM says I could potentially be borderline personality disorder, or are some of my behaviours narcissistic? Am I this? Am I that? Wounded, right? Now, all of that made me question myself. All of that made me think that somehow these things in my life have created, you know, things that I can't control, things that make me a bad person or a unstable person or a mentally ill person and all of this shit. Right? And the truth of the matter is, just me, just uniquely me. I am formed from the things that happened in my life. Of course, my habits, my behaviours, the way that I respond to people are all down to a lot of the situations and things that happened to me in my life, and look how I learned to adapt. Let's say that. But I'm by no stretch of the imagination damaged or broken or deranged or incapable or any of these things. This is what people don't understand. Your mind is the operating system to your life. Now, what programs you got running, it's a bit hard for me. If I only had more time, well, it's easier for them. They got more money, they could change their life. And, if it wasn't for all the shit that went on. If that's your mindset, you're not building anything, are you? Let's think about it, yeah? It's always weighty, it's always depressing, it's always a bit fucking, oh, really? So, we need to reprogram that. So we need to tell ourselves, I fucking got this, I could change my life. I'm taking steps every day to become stronger, more confident, more powerful, more willing, more determined, to change my life. And you have to reinstall these beliefs into your mind daily, if not 3 times a day. I'm someone who loves myself enough to keep doing these affirmations, to keep believing in me, and to keep seeing a vision for a new version of me in the future. And within a year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever it is, you become a new version of you. You grow, you expand, and that's what the journey is. It's not I fucking changed my life overnight by listening to subconscious affirmations or no, there's a new version of you that's required. For the new life becomes a new you have to evolve and become that person, and that takes time, because the universe can't change you from unhealthy to healthy overnight. The universe can't change you from insecure to secure overnight. It can't change you from not confident to confident overnight. But the journey to it, the journey on how to feel more confident, to grow into a confident person, is what we're on. Do you understand? And it's all so important. So anyway, it's midlife. I might go here for a bit of grub later. Look at that.